How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with another episode of MTGA Historic Brawl. Today we are playing Weird Vampire Man and Lord of the Deep. That's him, right there. Weird Vampire Man. I don't remember his name. It's a very complicated name. Bruno Stormkirk. Never mind. It was complicated in my head. It wasn't as complicated in practice. So our plan in this deck is to just cast big Z creatures. We'll keep this hand. We have an accelerant of 4. And if we get a land drop on our 4th or 5th turn, we have an accelerant on 5. That's good enough. Rags isn't the best of the wrathy type effects, but Riches is real nice to have. It's our second copy of Agent of Treachery. So whenever our commander's better half Croesus Lord of the Deep attacks, you can create a copy of another attacking creature. If that creature is a Kraken, you make 2. We have a lot of Krakens to make things good, but that is not our plan. Well, it is our plan. We have some Krakens to benefit off of. Problem with a lot of Kraken doubling is, like the really, really good ones are, first off, not on Arena, and second off, okay, our opponent has conceded. I guess they didn't get their lands. Close for Shaman was supposed to get them there, but they didn't make it. Yeah, the problem is they're just not on Arena, and they're also not, it's not very good. So we have Kraken because it's good for the flavor, and 2 tokens is better than 1. But we have other things that are just really good to have a copy of, like Agent of Treachery. So if we attack and make an Agent of Treachery every turn, we're not going to be disappointed. Alright, this is okay. We actually have probably the best Kraken from the new set, Hullbreaker Horror. So this one is a bounce on a stick, which is pretty okay. Our 1/4 flying should be able to get us some value. Mana value 6 or greater. Reveal. We don't really have a creature to copy, which is unfortunate. The Thought Monitor is another card that's just good to make copies of. Like, it's hard for our deck to cast it, but if our deck does cast it, ooh. So we attack for 3. That's all we can do. Necroglyph is actually another really good creature to copy. There we go. Because of these discard effect, it's pretty good. Another attacking creature, so we do have to be a little careful. But we can copy our Necroglyph next turn. Dreadfast Demon is also kind of cool with it. We'll block. Not really scared of Necroglyph dying. If it does, we pay 2 life and draw a card. Honestly, the card is of more value to us at the moment. Although I would like another mana to cast something. Anything would be good. I guess the demon goes. Okay. So I think we're gonna keep Hullbreaker Horror and just try to cast it and do some copying. Yeah, he doesn't have to copy a Kraken, Octopus or Leviathan or Serpent. He can copy anything. He's just better at copying octopuses and serpents and leviathans. While Necroglyph, he ain't impressive yet. He could be pretty quickly. So actually I could get down Chromatic Orrery. Number of creatures, yeah, I think we're gonna try to get down Chromatic Orrery. Oh, discard a card. Discard a card. There we go. And it's got Reach. Reach is no good. Discard 2, opponent. So this gets power equal to all creatures in all graveyards. So whenever they put something in the graveyard, we get power, which is nice. Okay. Doesn't turn off Blackheart. I mean, no reason not to. Dark Salvation. Okay. Yeah, I can just make another Necroglyph next turn. I'm not very worried. Target creature gets... Okay. Return. So... And I'll just attack. Ball's in your court, opponent. You also have to discard the 2 cards in your hand. Yeah, Craterhoof would have been okay, I guess. Croesus is cool. He is cool. He's really cool. About to say, I finished the thumbnail for this video an hour or 2 ago. I did not draw his likeness very well. I'm much better at paper drawing. But drawing with a mouse on computer, A little tougher. I'm getting the hang of it, though. Don't feel like any of the compositions I've put forth so far are awful. Frog's probably the worst, but Frog was my first attempt, so I'm still learning the Curator software. Yeah, I'll take this. It has a lot of the big things that we would want to, yeah, I'm gonna keep that. So the reason this card is in the deck is to sacrifice Charix and make it 1770. That's why it exists. So I guess they're a vampire deck? There's an argument for playing Giraffe there, because in the off chance we do another blue source, we could follow it right up with Charix, but let's be fair, that's not happening. We did it. No faith. We control no islands. Put a vampire from your hand onto the battlefield. That's a vampire, huh? So it's like a +1/+1 vampire deck. That's kind of cool. So I can show my hand. I can commit. You know what? We're going to show our hand. No blocks. 3 life it is. 2 life it is. But you know what? We did it. It's worth it. Put target life. So, when you do this, put the Blood Artist in your opponent's library before it triggers. You know, thought for, food for thought for the future. If you ever decide, I'm going to play this deck. Alright, game 3. Against... Did we just play against Chester? No, we played against the other Soren. The Bloodlord one. The one that can put a vampire onto the field from not from anywhere, from your hand. Be a cool ability on a Planeswalker, though. Probably a bit broken. Yeah, I'll keep this. So, Compass on 2, Clock on 3. Depends on how much dedicated pressure they put forth against us. You see, I don't like that. That card killed me last game. Yeah, I think we're just better off developing our board. And surprise, surprise, I don't want to catch a Doomblade quite yet. You know, Thought Monitor, though. Thought Monitor can catch a Doomblade. I don't care if it dies. I don't care if it lives, either. It serves one purpose. It draws 2 cards.
You can deal with my servant.
Okay. These are good things. So up to 6 next turn. We can Commander and Thief of Sanity. Ooh, so it's another creature. Cordial Vampire is actually a little better than I thought it was.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
So, we... Thief of Sanity. Runo Stormclerk. Kirk. You're black, you don't have a counterspell, so this will resolve regardless of your intentions on the matter. You can kill it once it does, but there's no reason to contemplate at this point in time. Yeah, I'll put that on top. So do we die this turn? What we're worried about is dying this turn. Feed the swarm. Okay. I guess they're worried about Soren dying. Which he could, honestly. Not really, Soren. Why do you sound like Teferi, by the way? No block. 7 life. Yeah. We don't need 7 life. So, Crux of Fate? Crux of Fate would be a good draw. But we don't know what we'll get until we get it. Alright, so none of those cards were Crux of Fate. Which is bad. Ooh, Haunt of Hightower. That's actually a cool vampire.
You fight for me
So I guess we block. Because if we don't, we die. Which would be bad. Yeah. Things are not looking hopeful. We just need a board wipe. We have a few. Yeah, that's not one of them. Does this help us? No. Let's start on Lamia. Do I have a board wipe with flashback? Kind of. I guess. Riches? Maybe. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go for the... What do you call it? Him. Then we go Captain Storm Clerk. We put that on top. And we play that. And then we die. Yeah, we die if they attack all out. Like, if they attack conservatively, we're fine. Alright, now we're not fine if they can attack conservatively. So we essentially had 4 blockers there. We would have been able to blank their 4 biggest things, which would have left us taking 10. Just barely. Barely and too much. Yeah, but all they have to do is attack with the Haunted Hightower. Yeah, we still take too much. It was closer than I thought it would be, though. Yes, we could have murked another 8 damage there, which would have left us alive at 2. If they hadn't had the removal spell. What can you do? Either way, that's it for today's games. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Remember, if you liked the video, to leave a like, sub to the channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.